folks, Ariel over here. Today I am making some tartar sauce. We're having some fish for dinner. Tartar sauce is something I like with that, and it's really quick and easy to make your own. I've actually never bought tartar sauce, but I've seen jars in the grocery store. They tend to be a bit expensive in my opinion. So a very basic tartar sauce recipe. This has 3 ingredients. I'm going to use dill pickles here. These are some that I have canned, but you could use purchased dill pickles as well. And I've got, dill and garlic and stuff in the pickles. I'm going to freely chop that all up with the pickles. So I'm going to chop up a pile of pickles, then add some mayo and some Old Bay seasoning. You can actually do, if you prefer a milder or a simpler flavor to your sauce, you can just do pickles and mayo, and that will give you a very tasty tartar sauce. So I'm just dicing. These pickles are a little softer than I really liked for eating. This batch got a little not crispy, and so they're perfect for doing this. Okay, I'm just kind of dicing them into small-ish chunks. And I'm going to keep dicing this up here. This, I think if you try it, you'll probably never buy tartar sauce again, because this will be much better, in my opinion. And that's the advantage of making your own food. You can make it exactly the way you like it. Anyway, just going to finish dicing these up. This is a flavor that I've used with like baked fish. I don't do it so much if we're doing trout, because I kind of like that flavor all by itself. But if you have any more white fishes, we have actual white fish in the streams around here. Some of the fishes that don't have so much flavor by themselves, cod, that kind of thing. I think this goes very well with it. I've also used a tartar sauce when I make, I think I've got a video on doing fish patties with canned sardines. It was something we always made growing up with mackerel that my grandparents would spend every winter fishing from their place in Florida. And my grandfather was a prolific winter fisherman, and so I didn't realize growing up that some of those fish were a little bit of a costly ingredient we probably wouldn't have otherwise bought, because Grandpa and Grandma just bought us a pile. And so we made a lot of fish cakes. I specifically remember my grandmother making a lot of fish cakes, and tartar sauce is a really good flavor with that. So there's no specific proportions here. It's like a lot of things, whatever flavor you like. I like mine heavy on pickles and light on mayo. So that is a quart of pickles. And I'm going to put, this is a avocado oil mayonnaise, so it's avocado oil and eggs. That's probably a good 3/4 of a cup. So this would be like 4 cups of pickles and 3/4 of a cup of mayo. It's better to start a little bit on the light side on the mayo, and then see if you want to add more. I think this is going to be plenty. It's perfect. And I have some pickle juice in there. If it's a little too thick for you, you can pour in a little extra pickle juice. That will thin it down. But I think this is a good consistency just as is. And that would be fine, but I do like the flavor of a little bit of this Old Bay seasoning, which has, celery, various spices that include mustard, red pepper, black pepper, cloves, ginger, mace, cardamom, cinnamon, paprika. Anyway, it's a nice combo of flavors. So I'm going to put on like a teaspoon or so of that and mix it in here. Now, if you have time to mix this up a couple, half hour or something before you're going to eat, the flavors will blend a little more in here. It's totally fine to have it, left over as well and eat it for the next couple meals. We like our leftovers, but you could also mix it and be ready to go. And that's how simple it is. That's my homemade tartar sauce that we're going to have for dinner. Hopefully that's helpful if you've ever wanted to, or if that's something you like and you've ever thought about making your own. It's very easy.
Thank you everyone for watching. It means a lot, and I hope you learned something along the way.
If you know somebody else who would enjoy this as well, share it with them.